The Axopar 37 has the ability to completely transform your time on the water and introduce an incredible amount of versatility in your boating lifestyle. This video is going to be about an Axopar 37 aft cabin that we have for sale. I'm going to be pointing out all the features of this particular boat and what that translates into your time on the water. My name is Knowles from East Coast Yacht Sales, and let's go have a look. So we'll start by the aft end of the boat on where you board. Boarding these Axopar 37s is really easy by virtue of just the swim platform. The swim platform goes to max beam, so getting on and off from a floating dock is really easy. We also like to put these ski tow bars on as well, so when you are stepping on board, you've got something nice to grab onto. And as you can see, we've got the aft cabin for this particular boat with the newer style cushions, which is the Baltic cushions. And you may notice that they've made some little tweaks to these cushions. Still have the silver text here, and this is a form of the Mediterranean exterior upholstery as well. From a trim perspective, you'll get a little bit more of a sense of what that looks like as well in the cabin. But then you have some of these cup holders here just for you have a place to put your drinks. And we find that this aft cabin is really lovely for when you're lounging on the boat as well. You can be lounging back here at rest or underway, and it's just a really nice dedicated pad area to just hang out on a nice day. You know, when you're jumping in and swimming, you know, you can just again lounge back here and watch everyone having fun on board the boat. So it's really fun, sociable area back here with this aft cabin. You also have just general storage on the to starboard here and to port for line lockers. On the port hand side, you've got a freshwater shower as well. So if you're coming off the beach or coming out of the water, you can just take a quick rinse off there as well. You also see you'll have the diesel fill right here. Reason why you have a diesel fill on a outboard power boat is because we have a diesel heater that heats the cabin really nicely as well, so you can truly extend your season. In talking about the cabin, we'll start walking forward and I'll show you what's going on in the pilot house of this boat. And as I walk forward, you can see these really nice wide side decks on either side. That's one of the key features of the Axopar 37 is you have dual full walkarounds on either side of the pilot house. That just makes moving around the boat much easier than having a single way forward and aft on board the boat. Also, with the full walk around, sometimes you're docking on the starboard side of the boat and sometimes you're docking on the port side of the boat. So having the ability to just dock as easily on the port versus starboard side, I think is really practical and nice when you're really using the boat. Now that we're in the pilot house here, you can get a better sense of the Baltic cushions. This is a really fun color, very much so on brand with Axopar being just a really fun, exciting boat. One of the features that we put into this particular boat, we find folks that are looking to get the aft cabin, they're looking to do some cruising on board the boat as well. When we do the aft cabins, we typically also do this kitchen module. And the kitchen module is really nice because it gives you the ability to also have a sink up here. And so some folks are asking, okay, well, when we're in cruising mode, how do we want to cook on the boat? And this kitchen module really helps with that because you've got a nice sink to be able to wash some dishes. You got a bit, some nice working space here. You also have some nice flat working space on here just for extra food prep. Also, what we like to do for cooking is you can install a magma fitting right here to have a magma 3-in-1 propane grill. The 3-in-1 allows you to not only grill stuff, but you can boil water, you can cook eggs and whatnot. So this is a really nice proximity because you have your grill right here, your flat surface right here, and then you have your additional flat surface with your sink, your refrigerator, and also really convenient, you have these 3 drawers where you can store some of your pots and pans, cutlery and whatnot. So it makes it for a really simple and easy solution for when you are in cruising mode to be able to cook some nice meals on board the boat. And then for getting access into the aft cabin, what you can do is you just lift up the seat right here, flip it up, and then you have this clip right here that you can clip on right to the clip right there, and that gives you easy access into the aft sleeping cabin. And this sleeping cabin is really nicely executed. It's quite comfortable and spacious. So you can easily sleep 2 people back here. I'm 6 foot and my head is up at the top here. I've got about 4 or 5 inches to the bottom of my feet. And when I am laying down here, you can remove the cushions from that aft lounger, which gives you the ability to look right through the windows for when you're laying down. So you're looking straight up at the stars. It's a lovely sleeping situation. And you also have these Lumar hatches where you can just push these up here and get some fresh air into the cabin. And when these are open, you have a blackout screen here and a bug screen as well. But also you have some nice lighting here. You've got the overhead lights here, and then you've got these courtesy lights that illuminate this space really nicely at night. 12-volt outlets here, USB plugs so you can charge your phone. And of course, this also has a ducting here for a diesel heater. Even when you're extending your season and sleeping on board the boat, it can stay really nice and cozy in this aft sleeping cabin. And coming up out of the sleeping cabin here, and if you want to just create this into day mode by putting this seat back down here, you just undo the clip here and pop this down. So it's pretty easy to shift into day mode versus night mode. And back here, you can sit very comfortably 5 adults. And then forward at the helm here, you've got these 2 forward-facing seats as well. So in total, you can easily have 7 adults and the full protection of this pilot house. The running characteristics of these boats is very sophisticated. It's smooth, it's comfortable, it's quiet. It is one of the most enjoyable boats to run. It can be running at 30 knots for hours, and it just is an easy and fun thing. So you can really peel through the miles pretty quickly underway on this boat. But at the helm here, we have the dual NSS 12 screens here from Simrad. I really like having the dual screens primarily because when you're running, particularly at 30 knots, you can have one screen zoomed in with good chart detail and then another screen zoomed out, kind of looking at the big picture. That eliminates the zooming in and out factor while you're underway. And then of course, if you get into a lower visibility situation, you can have one screen just running the radar, another screen just running the chart detail with overlay as well. So it gives you a lot of extra functionality while navigating in all the variety of weather conditions that you'll likely find yourself in on an adventure boat like this. You also at the helm here, this is the optional joystick piloting from Mercury. This gives you not just the ability for joystick docking, which gives you the ability to go sideways, spin around on its own axis, and have all that really easy docking functionality. You also have the skyhook function, which prevents the boat from drifting off anywhere. So you can press the skyhook button and take all the time that you need to do fenders and dock lines, which is really quite convenient. And also with this joystick, you also have autopilot as well. So you've got joystick docking, you've got skyhook and autopilot all functioning through the joystick right here. So that just adds a tremendous amount of functionality. And also for this particular boat, you have electric roof as well. That just makes it so when you are running, you can more easily regulate how much air you want coming in through the soft top by virtue of just adjusting how open it is just with this switch right here. You have bow thruster control, joystick control, everything is in nice proximity at the helm here, so it just creates a really nice driving experience. And Axopar is hyper focused on the drivability of the boat, but I also really appreciate how they make it so you can set up the helm as more standing mode with a nice leading post here, and you have wonderful visibility looking forward. And then for the longer runs, you can just put this bolster down and really relax and put it on autopilot and let the boat sort of work for itself. You have really nice ergonomics here for driving. You know, I personally like to be spending most of my time standing up, but you know, it gives you that nice versatility. Now walking forward to the forward cabin is going to take us through the head. On this boat, we have the separate head compartment on board, which is quite convenient to have the separate head compartment. What I like about this setup is it's very clever, very Axopar in the sense of how they use this space. When you come down below in this area, if you're planning on using the head and wanted privacy, close this door forward to get access to the head area. And then to create privacy, you can just close this off and close this top, and that's how you create the private environment. And this head is a freshwater electric head, so it's a really nice marinized head as well. But when you do have this space, what I also like about it is we always say how you can use this boat and extend your season, and it's very true. So when you are in the extend your season mode, you're boating in the rain, it's nice to have a place to hang up your jackets, your foul weather gear. Alongside here you can have these hooks, which gives you the ability to just hang up everyone's jacket. If it's wet, it doesn't really matter because this is great space for wet gear. And then also at the head here, you have a little sink just aft as well. And you'll find some access to some of your electrical panels right here. I think this is a really nice multi-use space. You can also right here, in addition to jackets up here, you can put people's shoes right there, and it's just nice additional storage for that sort of gear. And now if you want to get forward into the boat, you can just close this head off, and it creates this passageway through to the forward end of the boat. This is a nice comfortable berth. You've got windows up above, which is really quite great as well. Nice lighting throughout the boat. We also have this optional wardrobe storage right here, and this storage that you get on this wardrobe is quite a bit of storage for clothes, for towels, and all that sort of stuff. So you can do towel storage up on top here, and then just great, you know, on each of these lockers you've got 2 shelves here. So it's just nice to be able to tuck some of the stuff away. So you know, maybe if you weren't necessarily planning on spending the night and then you end up having so much fun you don't want to go home, just keep clothes on board the boat here full time, so you've got stuff at the ready always. So it's just kind of nice to be able to leave some certain gear on board the boat just in case, you know, the situation changes. And also for here you have a couple speakers for this is an upgraded JL audio system. You do have the diesel heater outlets here, so this is also a heated space. You have really nice privacy between you and your guests, or you and your kids, or whoever is on board with you. So your kids can be aft and you can be forward. And from this cabin you have direct access outside, so if you want to leave the cabin and not disrupt anyone in the pilot house, you can exit and hop on a tender or something and get ashore in the morning if you get up early. So there's nice versatility that you have with that. So just mentioned the gull-wing doors. These are an option for us. What we can do is go forward from here. So you can just press this button here and this gets you outside. But also what it can do is if you are hopping on the boat and you've got a bunch of gear with you as well, these gull-wing doors give you the ability to, from a floating dock, just load a bunch of gear straight into the forward cabin without having to go through the pilot house as well. So it makes, you know, it reduces the time and effort to just get ready to go boating. Here you have the optional lounger. And again, this is a little bit of a tweak for 2024 with the upholstery and also some of the physical cushions themselves. You can see how you have these bolsters here as well with cup holders. So when you're sitting forward here, which is a really cool place to sit on board the boat, this particular boat has sunshades forward that attach from that ring right there, going to stainless steel poles forward. You can lounge forward here under the cover of some shade. But you have a nice cup holder right here and easily can have 2 people sitting out and hanging out right here, which is really, really nice. Also with this setup, you have storage right underneath here. You can see how we have some of the privacy curtains for the windows stored in here, but this gives you a bit of extra storage as well. And with this anchor locker, you have the anchor windlass setup. This anchor windlass setup is really nice, very substantial. You can control this windlass up forward on the bow in addition to at the helm aft. So it gives you nice versatility there. If you want to see a video on how to anchor the Axopar 37, we'll put a link onto that video. I really love the anchoring setup, how they have a bulkhead separating the anchor rod, which is about 100 feet of all chain, and the fenders. Really great setup for, again, more storage and easy, safe anchoring. You have a few goodies by virtue of you have the solar panel right here, which is really great for if you're spending extended periods of time on a mooring, not using the boat, just to keep that house battery bank juiced up. You have the roof racks as well, which gives you the ability to put tenders up here, kayaks, stand-up paddle boards, gives you a lot of extra storage ability for big bulky items. And then you can see how we have the horn, the spotlight, and the radar. All this equipment is set up so you can, again, truly run this boat, extend your season, and in foul weather, so you have all the proper navigational setup in order to do so. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough tour of a 2024 Axopar 37 that we have for sale. If you have any questions for us regarding this Axopar or any other Axopars that we may have for sale, please reach out to us using the information below this video.